Here's another one. If you were really pro life, you'd pay for the upkeep of the child until he or she reaches 18. If you're not prepared to do that, then you have no right to oppose abortion.
There are several reasons why this argument doesn't work. If you see a child being abused by their parents, do you call the authorities only if you're prepared to raise him or her to adulthood? Well, just because we can't adopt every unwanted child doesn't mean we shouldn't try to save their lives.
But suppose pro lifers really don't care about babies after they're born. Does that mean it's okay to let them be slaughtered?
No.
No.
It's also rather melodramatic and manipulative to say that anyone who doesn't actively support a child's welfare after birth must want that child dead. If someone comes to your door asking for donations for cancer research and you decline, does that mean you want everyone with cancer to die? Of course not.
No. And the idea that pro lifers are pro birth only is not even true.
That's right.
Pro lifers are at the forefront of care for mothers and babies. In the U.S., pro life pregnancy counseling centers outnumber Planned Parenthood abortion mills over 3 to 1. Yet those centers receive little to no government funding, while Planned Parenthood receives $500 million a year.
A pro-abortion group called Action Canada for Sexual Health and Rights has complained that in Canada there are more crisis pregnancy centers than abortion providers, including hospitals.
Sounds great. This group has claimed that crisis pregnancy centers are giving out false information, but they haven't offered any real proof. One objection they have is that some of these centers offer ultrasounds, which they say can trick people into believing they're a medical facility.
The gas station has an ATM, but no one mistakes it for a bank. But an ultrasound could help a woman realize her baby is not just a clump of cells.
That's right.
And that may affect her decision. Maybe that's the real objection.
Yeah, one research paper indicated that pregnant women who visit crisis pregnancy centers are 20% less likely to choose abortion than those who don't.
Good.
The study authors suggested that this must be at least partly because the centers lie to people. For example, NARL Pro-Choice America conducted an undercover investigation in which they said, more than 67% of the locations intentionally referred to the fetus as baby and told our investigator she was already a mother because she was already pregnant. That's certainly a pro-life perspective, but it's also factually accurate.
Most pregnancy centers are upfront about what services they do and do not provide. The name alone, pregnancy center, should be a clue that their focus is on pregnancy, not abortion.
That's right.
Oddly enough, many offer counseling for those who do choose an abortion, even though they don't perform them. Meanwhile, it's been suggested that other organizations tend to give the impression that abortion is the only option. It's not.
No, adoption is a great alternative for any mother who feels unprepared to raise a child but wants the child to live a happy life. There are more couples wanting to adopt than there are babies available.